Trump keeps screwing our farmers. This is Tom Dillon, the Lifetime Liberal. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. And yes, Trump is screwing our farmers all over the place. And even though all this crazy stuff is going on in the world, remember that this is what he is doing to basically his heartland. He's screwing them all over the place. So just want to bring up a couple quick points that right now farmers are having. The bankruptcy rate of farmers right now is 40% higher than it was a year ago. I think it was actually 46%. And you also remember that there was $12 billion of soybeans that was canceled by China. And China and America sort of kind of maybe made up a little bit. But no, China actually sort of said, yeah, we'll go back to you and we'll buy some of that stuff. And they really didn't buy that stuff. They went to Argentina and Canada and got that stuff. And Trump said that, we're going to get $12 billion, we're going to give it back to you. They did talk to many farmers about this. They say that they're getting about 20 to 25 cents on the dollar. And as one farmer politely, not really politely put it, sarcastically put it, hey, it's like somebody robbing you of $100 and then giving you $20 back. And then you're supposed to be friends again. No, it doesn't really work like that. So all of this is happening again. Now we're just starting the planting season, and we know that, hey, the cost of fertilizer has gone way up because of the war with Iran. And 70% of the farmers recently who were polled and asked indicated that they report an inability to afford supplies. Nitrogen is up 40%, urea is up 40%. They estimate that the average cost per farmer per acre because of these increases is going to be between $30 and $55 per acre. So if you have a 1,000-acre farm, that's $55,000 out of your profit. If it's $30 per acre, then it's $30,000 out. Either way, that might not be enough for you to even break even, or maybe you can just make a little bit of money, but not what you were making before. And it also means prices for us will be going up. And just this month, the United States Department of Agriculture indicated that China recently has canceled 12,000 metric tons of pork. That's a lot of pork. That's a lot of farmers who are stuck with all of that. Maybe there'll be a big sale on bacon. I don't know, but they're being screwed. And why did this happen? Because even though Trump tried to indicate everything was hunky-dory with the tariffs, which we're still paying for, just to the tune of before Iran, about $1,400 per year, that the cancellation has been brought about by retaliatory tariffs by the United States. Some of those in China are up to 172%. I'm not saying it is on the pork, but their trade tensions between the United States and China are very tense. And it is not good. We are not having a breakthrough because of the intransience of this administration and thinking that they can get, they can say what they want, they can do what they want, and everyone else will fall in line. In the meantime, that 12,000 metric tons of pork are going to be supplied to China by, I believe it was Spain. So China knows how to play the game. So all the time that Trump is talking about his ballroom and about his arch and about all these people he wants to sue and how great we're winning in Iran, these people who are the heartland of America, our American farmers, are getting screwed left and right by this administration. And they're not doing anything to take care of them for that. And I realize that most of these farmers are staunch Republicans, and I understand that. I'm not asking them to change their voting patterns. But the only way that things will absolutely change for them is if they vote for Democratic or vote for the Democrats. Now, and also just on the job situations, even as we look deeper into that, not only just the farmers, all the farm hands, all the workers, all the suppliers to the farmland, all the equipment manufacturers for farm equipment, they're all being affected. The price of the goods could easily go up. It's all going to affect us, so everybody is getting screwed out of this. And it all goes back to just the Trump administration. And again, I'm going to ask my sisters and brothers who are on the conservative side, oh my gosh, how much more of this can we really, really take? I want these farmers and their families and their workers and their suppliers and the manufacturers and all the people who are around that part of the country. I want them to have their children to have a good education. I want Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security to be available for all of them. I want SNAP benefits to be available for those who are hurting. And we're not getting that because all of those have been cut back. So not only the farmer's been screwed just by not being able to sell their product or plant their product, they're getting screwed because the services that some of them rely on, they can't rely on anymore because Trump has cut them all back. And, we need this for everyone in America. And our farmers, I know what they want. They want a fair price. They want this government to work for them so that when trade opportunities arise overseas, that they can get a fair price for that, and they can grow more crops, let's just say. And I'm asking my sisters and brothers who are on the conservative side that you need to join us. I hope that you join us because we can't keep going on with these tariffs the way they are right now. We can't keep going on with the war in Iran the way it's going right now. Why even talk about it? Nothing's really changing over there. We need to get out of Iran. We need to get rid of the tariffs. We need to have fair trade. We need to have an efficient and effective government that's working for all the people firmly entrenched in the government. And that should be whether it is Democrat or Republican. I can't even call this administration Republican. And I wanted to bring up one other thing. When I talked about bankruptcies and I talked about affordability, there could be some underlying things here with the Trump administration where they're waiting for all these bankruptcies to happen so that their rich oligarch buddies can buy up these land and other things at pennies on the dollar. We got to think about that too. This is terrible, terrible stuff. We need an America that thrives. We need America that is working. Now we have nothing. And all I can say is we need to vote blue unendingly.